Greetings, I'm Bobby W6IWN. I'm out here with Ricky Radar. We're in the Tahoe National Forest, which is the POTA Park, US 4469. We're also going to be doing a Summits on the Air in W6 NS163, I believe, Weber Peak. We're going to be testing out the Chameleon SS25 with the new 60-foot LZ sloper wire. It's super cool. It clips onto the top. You can turn that vertical into an inverted L. Let's get to the top and check it out. So we're about maybe halfway up. I think it's about a 2.5 mile hike up to the peak here. Let's take a peek at where we're going. We finally made it to the top. We're here a little bit over 8,000 feet. I'm really excited. I got this vertical Chameleon SS25 collapsible whip, but it only goes vertical, right? What if you wanted to do an inverted L? All right, Chameleon came out with this new accessory. I'm super stoked to try out today. What it is, it's a 60-foot wire. And if you notice on the tip of the antenna here, there's a ball. This clamp simply clips onto that ball. Send your wire out, set up an inverted L. Let's check it out and see how it works. All right, to deploy the whip, I'll be using the spike up here on the mountain. It's a lot easier to fit in my pack. I got the hybrid mini, and also I brought my counterpoise wires all made up. And then I'm gonna be using the puck hub to just simply plug those in, because that makes it where you can just plug in these banana clips. Super easy. Okay, this looks like a decent spot. I'm gonna run my wire out there. I'm gonna try to keep my wire orientated north to south, so hopefully I can work east to west. Okay, I'm on a pretty rocky summit, and trying to plug this thing in, the spike by hand, is kind of difficult. So I'll show you a little tip. What I did is I tried to find a piece where there's some vegetation in the ground here, that way, because the roots have been penetrating in. And you don't want to just bang on this with a rock or something and screw it up, maybe mess up your threads inside. So I'm just going to push it in pretty good amount. See, I can get it in a little bit. This is just the sack that my chair comes in. And then I'm going to take a small rock. A log would be better. If you could find a dense log to tap it down, the wood would be better, but I'm on top and I'm not really finding any logs up here. This is what I got to work with. So I'm just going to tap that in. Okay, that should be good. Okay, now I'm gonna take my puck hub, and this screws on to the mini here. Screw that into my stake. Screw in my whip. I'm gonna do my counterpoise last, that way I don't chance getting them tangled up with this wire. So I highly suggest you wrap the end with the clamp, so it's at the end of your winder, not the other end. That way you can hook it to the antenna. If you see there's a tiny little stress loop, this goes over the ball first and then the clamp. See, if you wind it first, you could just drop your winder. So see, I got the stress loop on there. I'm gonna hook the ball. All right, that's all set up. And see how as I deploy it, it unwinds. That way you don't get a big tangle. All right, that's all 25 feet. All right, now I'm gonna take the other end of this. There's a tree out here, I wanna get it elevated. But there's only 60 feet of wire. That tree's a little bit further. So what I'm gonna do is I have some super light kite string I'll use for another antenna, and it has a fishing swivel on it. I'm simply gonna hook that to the end of the wire. This comes with a loop on it, if you can see right here. I'm just gonna hook it to there, and then I can extend it really lightweight and get it to where I need to hook the other end of the L up. All right, let's go hook it to the tree. Okay, there's the wire going down to the tree. I don't know if you could see it or not. All right, the best spot to set this up would be having a flat area, at least 60 feet, away from your vert. I'm on the tip top of a summit, so the hill starts to go down, which means my wire is gonna be lower to the ground versus if I was in a flat area, it'd be more of an L. But I've done this before with in-fed halfways, but for the best performance, I'd set it up in a flat area. Okay, it's all set up except the counterpoise wires. But that's really easy. I just plug them in and throw them out. All right, I'm all set up. The thing that I think's really cool about this is this whip doubles as a mast too. So it's an antenna and a mast. So now we went from a 25-foot vertical to we got 85-foot of inverted L going on. So there's a ton of different configurations you can do with this. This is just one of them. Let's try it out and see how it works. All right, here's the shack of the day. I got this nifty rock for a desk. I kept the choke on the radio end. I'm gonna use the coax as another counterpoise wire. I'll be using the Zygu G90. But let's put this thing on the antenna analyzer and see how it's doing with this wire added on. Okay, this camera doesn't really like to do close-ups, and it's very hard to show an LCD screen in the field. All right, on 14, 20 meters, I'm at 1.8 right now. 18, 2.69. 15, 1.5. 12, 2.42. 11, 1.38. 10, 2.56. Actually, I'm really high. That's up at 29. 6 meters, 1.95. I'm really surprised. It's pretty darn long. Whoa, 160, 712. Whoa, what? 80 meters? 2.98. So now I could work 80 meters? Rad. 40 meters, 2.45. Note, this is with the whip fully extended. For those other bands, you could shorten the whip and adjust the SWR. CQ, summits and parks on the air. This is Whiskey 6, India, Whiskey November, calling CQ and listening. Foxtrot 4, Whiskey, Bravo, November. I got you again on 10 meters. Thanks for the DX, Christian. 5-5.
Yeah, roger. Foxtrot 4, Whiskey, Bravo, November. 5-5. 55, roger. November Uniform 2 Hotel. November Uniform 2 Hotel. QSL?
November Uniform 2 Hotel. QSL. I got you about a 4-4 right now. 44 in Northern California.
Western India and that's 8 in the Western New York. That's 8 in the Western New York. QSL?
Oh, very nice. I will take the 5-8 into New York. I appreciate it. CQ SOTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 6, India, Whiskey November, calling CQ and listening.
Whiskey 6, Tango, Delta, X-ray. Summit to summit.
TDX, standby, summit to summit.
Thank you. Whiskey Charlie 6 Juliet, WC 6J.
WC6J, your summit info, please.
I'm on Whiskey 6 stroke Sierra November 020.
Tango Delta X-ray station.
Yeah, thank you. Whiskey 6 Tango
Whiskey 6 Tango Delta X-ray. I have you 5'8", and I always appreciate the chase.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you. Also 58 up here in Oregon. Thanks for the SOTA POTA. Alpha Echo 7 India.
Alpha Echo 7 India. Well, I know that call. Hello, Craig. I'll give you a signal report on the next go-around.
Okay, Bobby. Yeah, I'll touch you here. There's a bit of noise, but 5757. Go ahead. Whiskey Bravo 6, Papa Oscar Tango. Hey, good afternoon, Bobby. I've got you about a 57 as well, 57 Kyoto. Summit to summit.
Summit to summit. That sounded like Kilo 6 Echo Lima.
That is correct. You're 5 and 7. Summit to summit.
Oh, I'll take another summit to summit. Go ahead.
Zulu, Quebec. Yeah, summit to summit from Whiskey United 7 Hotel.
Okay, summit to summit only, please. Whiskey United 7 Hotel. You are 5757, your summit?
Yeah, you're also 5757. My summit is Whiskey 7 Whiskey, Romeo Sierra 045.
Did we get France? Woohoo! Did we get him twice? Awesome. Yeah, we got him on 20 and 10 meters. Ooh, I wasn't counting on the hike taking me this long. It's getting well past lunchtime, and it's quite a long hike back to the car, and then an even longer drive back to civilization. So I did a half an hour run. I had a lot of fun. The band conditions aren't even super great, but I did work France. I got him on 20 meters right when I was about to change QSY because I was getting so much QRM, and then he broke through it. And then I QSY'd over to 10 meters, and I got him again, a way better contact. So that's always awesome to get some DX. I did get some Canada DX too. I think I got, what was it, like 22 contacts in a half an hour in 4 or 5 summit to summits. Not too bad. I wish I would have brought lunch, maybe even dinner, because I could have just sat up here all day and had fun with it. All right, that was a lot of fun and worked out well. If this is something you're interested in, it's the Chameleon Chaw LZ Sloper wire. I will put links below in the video description. It's a 26 gauge Kevlar copper wire. It's really rad, and it's super easy to deploy, and I feel like it adds a lot more to your antenna, about 60 feet. Thanks for watching. Ricky Radar and I do put a lot of effort into these videos, so if it is something you like, feel free to hit that like button. If it's something you want to see more of, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. 7-3.